is Pamela Temitope, and welcome to the maiden edition of the interview section of My Legal Experience. In case you are yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do and press on the notification button in case any new video comes up. Okay, so today I have one special guest in the house. She is a seasoned singer and then a fashion designer. Also, there is one important thing that she had committed herself into doing right now, and that is taking care of kids between 10 and 18 years. Anyway, don't let me say everything. She is going to come up now and tell us everything about what she does, most especially her Lagos experience. Okay, hi, welcome again. Ayabamz. Anyway, she prefers to be called Ayabamz. What exactly is your name?
My name is Bamdele Opeyemi Omolasho.
Okay, Bamdele Opeyemi Omolasho. You're popularly called
Ayabamz.
Okay, Ayabamz, tell us more about you.
I'm a gospel song minister.
Okay.
I'm a fashion designer, do bespoke generally. And then, of course, I have a ministry that caters for young people between the ages of 10 and 18. We make them know who they are, the values they bear, and to put an end to moral decadence. So we run programs for them once in a year where we bring them together and we talk to them. And at the same time, we get to bless them with a lot of gifts, items, clothes, shoes, etc. Just be a blessing to them generally.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's not common to see people go into something like that, as in committing themselves into doing a lot for other children.
Yeah.
Apart from yours, you've taken them as your own children too,
Mm-hmm.
and then you want to see to the fact that they have a very good future,
Yeah.
and then to stop any immorality
Yeah,
going on.
key.
Very good. Especially the ongoing thing going on
Yeah.
around
us.
children like that. Okay. Going to the business of the day, I would like to hear from you your own experience, because I know you were born in Lagos.
Yes.
I know you have a lot of Lagos experience.
Yeah.
But we're going to be picking it one after the other.
Okay.
And again, at the end of this show, I want people to be able to know that coming to Lagos, it's another opportunity on its own, whereby you can get a lot of things done. Apart from the fact that there are other ups and downs in Lagos. So that too is there. So now, going into your experience in Lagos, you were born in Lagos.
Yeah.
Where do you live right now?
I live in Ibadan at the moment.
Can you compare living in Lagos and living in Ibadan?
Living in Lagos, for me, is stressful
Okay.
compared to living in Ibadan.
Okay.
Well, some people will tell you they can never leave Lagos. Like my elder brother, he will say he can never leave Lagos. He likes the hustling and the bustling, and he feels Ibadan is dull.
Okay.
So maybe because of my personality, I like it cool, and So for me, the moment I came to Ibadan for the first time, I was like, "What? Is there a place like this?
Really?
This quiet, cool, calm? I'm coming to this place."
Wow.
So that was just it for me, and we relocated. Lagos is
Okay, apart from Lagos is like what it is, can you compare business in Lagos with business in Ibadan?
well, for me, my own business in Ibadan made a lot of sense more than when I was in Lagos.
Okay, why?
In how would I put it? Talking about markets, access to markets. Yeah, for me, in Lagos, Idumota is where things happen, and just going to I went to Idumota once in my life, and I was sick for like 2 days.
Wow.
Because I went to Idumota once.
What actually happened? Was it the traffic or the crowd?
Everything, the traffic, the crowd, the pricing, moving around the market, everything got me tired.
But there is something I heard about Lagos prices. When you, for example, let's pick one of the things you do, that is sewing.
Yeah.
Bespoke for
Yeah.
hair. So now, some people say that pricing in Lagos is far better than any other place, because if you sew in Lagos for 15,000, in Ibadan it can be like 5,000. How true is that?
Yeah, it's true. But away quick could not look big.
That's the word. Because before you
put in everything,
transport.
Yeah, if I want to go to the market here, I may not spend up to 100 naira to and fro. But if I want to go in Lagos, I may spend 2K to the market.
For example, let's talk about the traffic side.
Okay.
Where were you living in Lagos?
I was living in Ojo. That's Ojo Barracks, Yanoba, Okoko, that area.
Okay.
And that is the
center of Lagos.
oh gee, that is the center of traffic. No.
Oh wow.
When you talk, in fact, I always say then that if you want to learn how to drive, if you can drive in that area successfully, you are a driver.
Where again?
Ojo, Yanoba, between barracks, the army barracks, and Yanoba. That place, up till now, the construction there, they have not been able to figure it out.
Wow.
It is just the last time I went to Lagos, I couldn't find my way. The place I was born, it was difficult for me to navigate because everywhere construction just stands still. They cannot figure it out. They've been there almost 3 years now, stand still. They can't figure out that particular Yanoba.
So traffic alone in that area is
oh my goodness. And then when there's a robbery, there's usually robbery around books, agri.
The issue of robbery in Lagos is, because I used to say that I think some people in Lagos woke up every morning to decide where to rob. This is the amount I want to bring in. It's like a profession.
Yes.
Like, I want to go and rob. This is how I'm going to do it. How do you compare your experience about robbery in Lagos?
I've never had any robbery experience in anybody.
Or in Lagos?
Lagos, though it has never happened to me, okay, personally on the road, I've had one personally on the street.
What happened?
I was going to church early in the morning. My baby was at my back, carried normally, nursing mother and the bag, And there was this guy under the car repairing something. Another one was by the road trying to ease himself. The next thing I saw, one just put a gun by my side.
What were they expecting to collect from you? Nursing mother.
Gun by my side. I give us waiting your hands. I was like, I don't have anything. It's my baby things. I put down the bag, opened it, pampers, flask, and all that. I had one palace at phone. They collected it. Just they thank your God this morning. And I just kept going. I was just like, Holy Spirit, just help me. You should not shoot. So I crossed the road. I got to church and I sat down like a dummy.
In fact, you won't be able to recover from it on time.
It was not funny. And then when there's a robbery at Vokes, people will leave their cars till the next morning. So you can imagine the traffic. On a good day, I remember there was a day we went out with my dad and driver and we were coming back. We had traffic around barracks. So we got down and said, Daddy, we'll check home. They got home about 4 or 5 hours later.
Wow.
It's such a short distance, but the traffic is terrible. Terrible. So Lagos for me, I was born there. I had my children. I can't even, when I was there, you can't even say you want to go and have fun. Before you get to where you want to have the fun. And before you come back, you are finished already. So just stay in your house and...
have you considered the fact that there are some places in Lagos that when you live there, you enjoy like you're enjoying our environment?
Well, people say that. People say so, but
I've been on the Highland before. I've been to Ikeda before.
Yeah, I've lived in Surulere. I schooled in Surulere. Surulere. I've been to K2. I've lived in K2. I've lived in Ikorodu.
Surulere and Ikorodu. That Ikorodu is even a no-go area. It's even a no-go area for me because I've been hearing a lot of things about Ikorodu. In fact, one that actually happened was on that road. Something about Lagos is compared to where you're living now. Let's do that comparison now. In Lagos, I realized that in Ibadan, if you miss your way, I was born in Ibadan anyway.
Okay.
So that is like a vice versa. So now I noticed that if you don't know a place in Lagos, the best thing is to carry a car.
Okay.
I was going to Ikorodu. I didn't know that I was on BRT, but I knew there were no traffic on the right. I was just going, and the people just accosted me and were like, "I paid 70,000 naira." I know in Ibadan I won't pay that kind of money, of course. But in Lagos they will tell you no. There's nothing you can do. In fact, I had to use POS. I had to transfer to a POS agent. There, she was the one that gave them cash. I don't know how that one was done. So I know Ikorodu is kind of rowdy somehow. Yeah. I know Ikorodu's traffic is one in town.
It used to be very calm. Like the first time we went to Ikorodu to school, from K2 to Ikorodu then was maybe 30 naira. I remember the very first time and I was like,
then when Lagos was...
That route was still very calm before people now moved into Ikorodu.
So you believe that the traffic in Lagos is as a result of people that moved into Lagos?
Even Ibadan now is becoming Lagos part 2.
Wow.
Because
Because the last time I was in Ibadan, I heard that the reason why houses are
in
now
fact, house
expensive,
rent
house
is
rent,
on another level
is
now in
because they
Ibadan.
thought people in Lagos are
Oh
coming to
God,
Ibadan now.
most people now work in Lagos. They put their families in Ibadan.
Wow.
So the man will be in Lagos working.
And
He's making Lagos money. So when
and
you
then
tell him a house is 150, it's like
wow, yeah.
150. So when he gives the landlord that kind of expression, the man is like, why cheap would be? By next year, let me give you 200. So before Ibadan rent now is something else.
Simply because you think they are trying
Yes.
to imitate Lagos.
Yeah.
Because because there was a time I saw a post that house in Lagos house of 750, house rent of 750. It's a narrow part. Even the toilet you can't
Very,
bend.
but in Ibadan you get 3-bedroom flats, all big, very big, 150, 120, and this terrace. So then, not now. It's something else now because
okay, you said you schooled in Surulere. You grew up in Surulere.
No, I grew up in. I had my secondary school, primary school, Nigerian Navy Primary School, Alakija side, Navy Town. Secondary school, Badagry Grammar School. I was boarding school, Badagry Grammar School. Then Lagos State Polytechnic.
Okay.
So we started from Lagos. We started from Solo.
Okay.
Then we went to K2. Then from K2 to Ikorodu, the main campus.
Oh wow! So comparing.
So I had my my ND days in Surulere.
Okay, if you were living in Surulere, do you think of moving down to that? Can you say it's because of Ojo that you were?
Or the Ikorodu because when I got married it was Ikorodu.
Or the Ikorodu.
Well, maybe I wouldn't have because Surulere Yaba is a good market.
Okay,
Yaba is a good market for what I do.
Okay.
So maybe I wouldn't have considered. And then Surulere is like a center. You understand? It's like a center.
That is exactly where I'm going to.
Yeah.
Probably because of
where it was extreme.
Yeah, extreme. Yeah. So if you were living in Surulere,
probably I wouldn't have considered.
Which means that in a nutshell, Lagos market is still better. I hope I'm able to convince
and not to confuse me
that if you were living in Surulere or any center part of Lagos, you won't consider coming to Ibadan.
Maybe
because sales in Lagos is, I don't know why I'm like supporting Lagos right now.
Well, the traffic problem is still there because if I had to go and minister anyway, and it's still the same. Even if I have to go and minister from Ibadan, when I get into Lagos, I'm like, oh my goodness.
But do you say that the treatment in Lagos is different from? You can agree with me that the treatment in Lagos is different
from who?
Either you are you have a client in Lagos, or you're called to minister in Lagos, or anything coming in from Lagos. You know the way Lagosian things. A bike driver will collect 50 naira from you in Ibadan, and Lagos will collect like 500 naira.
Of course.
So are you saying that the treatment Lagos people gives you when they call you for administration, or when they call you to do one thing or the other for them, is quite higher than the one in Ibadan? Don't forget that you said if you're in Lagos, if you're in Surulere, you will have come to Lagos.
Well, it depends. This one is a personality thing, because some people living in Ibadan will treat you a lot better than some people that will call you.
So you're saying that Lagos here right now, if you're living here in Lagos, in Surulere, it's much more better. You would consider going to
maybe. Another thing I hate about Lagos is these damn poor people. Oh my goodness.
Okay, don't tell me one of about it.
They will pick you and call K2, and they will get to what's the name of this place? Tipa. Just before K2, I say,
and in that case, you can only rant, you can't do anything.
And you are like, you call K2, and until 10, and from Tipa, you cannot get another car. It happened to me when I was pregnant. Oh my goodness, that day I can never forget. And I was now working with my big stomach at the same time, and I was crying because the sun was
too much.
What kind of trouble is this?
And in Ibadan, you can't try something like
never.
that.
How will you? And I paid, people are paid, and you said everybody should get down that you want to go and turn just because it's someone small traffic in front. You now wanted to pass the bridge and go back and pick other people. And then another one is the one they will stop on the road and they will just say, hey, guys, show about me kero, yeah,
The only time I experienced that was people going from Ibadan to Lagos.
They do it inside Lagos, especially going from K2 to mile 2 or to Oshodi. Yes, that you just say, they will now carry you from one motor to another danfo. That one will not start making a show.
And another thing about them is the hustling part is just part of
it's
them.
Just part of them.
And a lot of people even love from one danfo to another danfo, from one molo to another molo. As in and BRT has even made it easy now.
But oh God, those days, there was no BRT. It was horrible. It was no. I didn't just
like now. If today you want to relocate back to Lagos, where exactly do you think you can
Lagos? Lagos.
I know a lot of people love to sit in Ibadan, work in Ibadan, and then collect the money from Lagos.
That one is good now. That one is good.
Okay. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, and right now I think I have more knowledge about what some people's like your own experience in Lagos. Because if you want to talk about my own experience, I don't have experience of all those people doing in Lagos.
Because when you came in, Lagos was getting better.
Better with BRT.
Yeah, when I was there, Lagos was no.
Okay, let me say that Lagos right now, there is BRT for anybody. If you don't want to carry molo, there is BRT. So don't let that.
Those big yellow molos.
But there are still big yellow molos in Lagos.
But then they used to they were plying everywhere. Now they have a particular place where they ply.
And I think they want to. So I don't know if they are still going to be working. I don't know. I don't have any information about that. But what I know is BRT. And you know something about Lagos. In Ibadan there is taxi.
Yeah.
Taxi can take like 4 or 5 people. But in Lagos there's no taxi. The taxi then the yellow. I don't think they still exist now.
No,
None of them have been converted to
Uber and
all that.
Yeah.
But right now, because then I shared an experience with people with you sometimes ago about me in the taxi. I was in a taxi and the guy said, just drop everything you have on the seat and leave the car. I was shooting because it was 3 months that I got
to Lagos.
I
had an experience similar to that because I was born and raised in Lagos. You go just shop somehow, no matter what. I entered that car very many years ago. And they started the discussion of dollar to okay, I'm not paying you.
Oh, okay,
that's one. This one is very long, not the one that hasn't it was when they just started. I've never heard of it. And I said, have you killed a few? I said, Ben, I'm not paying you. And so by that, it's logical kokoro.
Yeah.
The moment the guy entered no traffic, I just opened the door and got there. That was how I escaped that day. Also Lagos is just
Anyway, it was nice talking to you. And okay, because you know Lagos, there's something we're going to do with teaser. You're going to pick one of those Lagos streets. So it's written in English. So you translate it to Yoruba. Let's see. Okay, so this is a teaser, and you have to pick one out of these cards.
Okay.
What did you think?
Onikebu.
You didn't even bother to read the English. Okay.
Wire owner.
So wire owner is Onikebu.
Onikebu
not Oniwire.
Onikebu.
Where is Onikebu? Do you know where it is?
Oniwire Onikebu. Àwọn ìyànà pájà yẹn ló máa ń nírú àwọn ìyànà pájà side. Most likely.
Okay, let's try one more time. Okay. Let's try one more time. Let me see what. Owner of 2 poles.
Olópòná méjì.
Is there anything like Olópòná méjì?
Olópòná méjì. 2 poles. Olópòná náà ni.
Olópò méjì.
Olópò méjì. Okay, iná ò sí ńbẹ̀ olópò méjì. Àwọn ìyànà pájà area yẹn náà sì ní gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Olópò méjì.
Anyway.
Something like that. Okay, and I think there's something Lagos does to people's minds intellectually. Because when I get to talk to people one-on-one, sometimes they are like, are you from Lagos?
Okay.
And I'm like,
Because of the way you speak.
well, when the way I interact or do things, and I'm like, yes. I say, hey,
Because you don't speak like
you are not like somebody that was,
You know,
that is
Lagos
from this
people are very
Ibadan.
sharp.
I'm like, what do you mean? How? There's something about you that you know that you are in Lagos. So
Anyway, that's that. We are gradually coming to an end. So once again, I'm going to introduce her to you again. She is popularly known as Ayabamz, and she's a seasoned singer. She's a fashion designer, and also she takes care of kids from age 10 to 18, taking them the right way to go, trying to give them, support them with a lot of things that they do not have, a lot of privileges that they come up for. So she sources for that and then ensure that they have the right thing to walk them into their future. So once again, we are with Ayabamz, and she had shared her whole experience about Lagos. In fact, it's a sweet experience because she was born in Lagos. She knows virtually, she spent like over 30 years of her life in Lagos. And recently she just clocked 40. So happy birthday to you once
thank
again.
you.
Okay, so this is where we'll be stopping on my Lagos experience for today. My name is Damlola Temitopo, and please, in case you are yet to subscribe, please do. And also press the notification button in case any new video comes up. Thank you, and bye-bye.